you find your way back home?
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Camyo here, and welcome back to another Force of Will TCG deck profile. Now in this episode, we are going to be covering my version of an Arla deck, and we're going to call this deck Arla's Tears. Now this deck is going to be basically based around Arla, Magic Stones, and Fiethsing's Demise. So basically my idea behind this deck is that Arla's spirit has been saddened because of Fiethsing's demise. Now, yes, I know Arla may have never met Fiethsing, but we don't know that. So in this deck, the basis of it is that Arla will shed a tear, and then that tear will contain such power that your opponent cannot defend themselves. So let's go ahead and get into this deck. This deck is going to be basically a 3 different colors deck, which I'm not extremely comfortable with, but through the playtests that I've done, it's not too bad. It's almost two colors, so it's a green, white, or yellow, and dark deck, so wind, light, and darkness deck. So our ruler here is going to be Memoria of the 7 lands, but that's not going to remain that way, because once we have 4 of any color, we are going to J-activate and flip into our 1000 J ruler. Arla, the Guardian of the Skies. So it says this card keeps its name. It keeps Arla, the Hegemon of the Sky. So it keeps its previous J ruler's name, and it says when this card enters your field, if you control a First Flight's Memoria, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into your Magic Stone area, and recover all Magic Stones you control. Then draw a card. If you control 4 First Flight's Memoria, then you can draw 3 cards instead of 1. So basically, he has a cost of 4. You flip him over. You get a free stone. You get a free card. And you get to stand all of your stones. So, and then it says, whenever a Resonator you control attacks, recover target Magic Stone that I control. So, recover target Magic Stone that you control. So, when he's on the field, every time a Resonator we have attacks, you stand up a Magic Stone. So that's going to be super, super handy, super useful. So do not forget about that, because that is going to basically win you the game. So you can put him up here for now, and then we're going to show off our Magic Stones. So just like every other deck that I seem to have, there are going to be proxies in this Magic Stone lineup, but not for this case. We have 4 First Flight's Memoria. So this is a tap and you get a green, or it's a for a cost of a green and tap this card, you can do any color. So that's a really good card, really useful, and especially comboed with his draw 3 cards, if you can wait until that happens and blah blah blah. With this deck, I will go ahead and say that it is possible, it is very possible to win on the fourth round. I've estimated it can be 3, it's harder on the 3rd round, but for the 4th round and above, you can win just like that. So we run 4 of First Flight's Memoria. Then we run 3 of Pricia's Memoria, with a proxy of course, but we run 3 of Pricia's Memoria. Now you do not have to run Pricia's Memoria. There is another magic stone that is a light green that you don't have all these specifications for, but I kind of find it a little bit more challenging because the ruler isn't Faria, so you have to pay 3 or keep it rested. So that you know, gives it a little bit that much more of a challenge when you're playing the deck. Plus, the artwork for this is just truly amazing. I love the artwork, so that's why I played this instead of the other regular light green. And then we play 3 proxies, of course. 3 Magic Stone of Black Silence. So this is a green or a black stone. So that is your stones that you'll be playing in this deck. Now we can go on to our Resonators. So for the Resonators, we're going to start off with Tama. Tama, Familiar of Holy Wind. So this is a 1-drop card, it's a 2/2. When you play this card, you draw a card and you can banish this card to do 200 damage to a Resonator. So that's fairly decent, you know, draw power. Draw power is very important in this deck. Because this deck is going to basically be stall, power up your mana or your stones. So stall, stones, and all-out attack basically. I love all-out attack decks. So then we're going to play 4 of Moonbreeze Elf. Why 4 of Moonbreeze Elf? What could you possibly use Moonbreeze Elf for? Well, its ability of this card cannot be attacked is very important. It's a 1-drop, 100, 400, and if you tap it, you can also produce a moon stone. So for cards that cost, like, say 1 or a green and a 1, or a green and 2, or whatever, you can use this for the numbered cost as well. So this card is very good. This card cannot be attacked. You can block with this card. That's not what it's saying or anything like that, but so we run 4 of those. Then we run 3 Messenger of Lilias Petals. Sorry, I have the hardest time saying his name for some reason. 4 Messengers. It's a 2-drop, 1 dark, 1 wind, and it's a 6/6. When this card enters the field, search your Magic Stone deck for a special Magic Stone, which is what we play. We don't play anything other than special Magic Stones. So you can pick a Magic Stone, special Magic Stone, shuffle your Magic Stone deck, and put that card on the top of your Magic Stone deck. So if we're looking for flights for him, or if we need a dark instead of a light or anything like that, then he helps us out search through the Magic Stone deck to ensure that we do not get stuck. Then we run 2 Sorcerer of Heavenly Wind, Melfee. So she's a 1 wind, 1-drop. So she's a 2-drop with 1 wind, 1 of any color. She's a 3/6 quick cast. When this card enters your field, prevent all damage that would be dealt by target J Resonator for this turn if you played 2 or more cards this turn. So that's decent. That's a decent ability. But what we really play her for is her ability to tap herself, or rest herself. I apologize for anyone out there who's offended by the word tap in this game. But we rest her, and we can produce 1 of any color. So she's really good. Very, very useful. Then we run 2 of the main girl herself, Fiethsing. We run 2 Fiethsing. Anyway, we run 2 Fiethsing. She's a quick cast. When this card enters your field, you can return another target Resonator you control to the owner's hand. So let's say we had a little familiar down here, so we would play her. You can return this to her hand and play it and draw a card next turn. So things like that are really good. Or you can, if you play her, if you have enough Magic Stones, you play her, and then play her again. So definitely very useful. She also has Inheritance, which is a quick cast spell type of thing. So you can pay 1 green and pay her cost basically, and target J Resonator to gain 600/600 until end of turn. and then search your deck for a card named Fiethsing's Monocle and put it into your field. Then shuffle your deck. So she basically, she can power up cards by 6/6. She can be a 6/6 herself. She can pop cards back to her hand, or she can search for Fiethsing's Monocle and put it onto the field for you. So that's very, very useful card. Very awesome. Then we run 3 Kaguya Lunar Researcher. Kaguya Lunar Researcher. She's a 7/8 3-drop, 1 wind, 1 light, and 1 of any color. She has flying, and she says you may pay 1 less to play this card if you control a moon. Which we're not going to run any moons in this deck. You can if you guys want to, if you can figure out how to do that. And then definitely go ahead and do that if you want to, but I don't find it necessary. But then it says, when a card is bestowed to this card, you can recover this card. So if we have the Monocle out here, Fiethsing's Monocle, and we want to bestow it to her, which normally we probably won't, but if you want to, then you can attack with her, bestow it onto her, and then attack again. So it's a really good combination. She's basically here. She's basically our main attacker because she's flying and she's going to be getting all the hits and all the damage and stuff like that. So, and then we run our last Resonator here. We run 1 of Avatar of the 7 Lands Alice. So we run this. This is actually the New Year's version also. So if it can focus. Okay. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! So she's a 15/15. She's a 6-drop, 3 grass and 3 of any color. But she's a quick cast with precision, so you can do it at any time, and she can hit whatever she wants, basically. And then it says, if damage would be dealt to you, it's dealt to this card instead. So say someone's attacking you with their own Kaguya flyer. So they hit you with 7. Instead, that 7 will go to Alice, and your life points will be safe. So she's basically in this deck because every now and again you will misplay or do something and mess up. So she's the backup plan. She's plan B. So you probably won't really need her, but she is plan B in case you mess up the Arla plan here. And then we run 4, this is onto the spells and chants and things like that, regalia, all that good stuff. So then we play 4 Final Breeze. Final Breeze. This deck makes me very sad, but I'm actually extremely happy to play it because it's kind of like my way of saying goodbye, Fiethsing. We're gonna miss you. I'm definitely gonna miss you. Apparently Arla's gonna miss you because this deck is called Arla's Tears. But anyway, this is a 2-drop. It's a 1 grass and 1 of any color. It's a quick cast. Return target spell to its owner's hand. Torrent. Your opponent cannot play spells this turn. So that's a stall card, sort of. A lot of the cards in this deck are going to help you stall so that you can set up for Arla's main strategy. Then we run 3 of Amaterasu's Foresight. This is also a stall card. It's a 2-drop as well, but 1 light and 1 of any color. It's a quick cast. It says prevent all damage that would be dealt by J Resonators this turn. So this basically helps you not take any damage from J Resonators. This card helps you stop spells and stuff, so definitely very stally deck. But then we play 4 Fiethsing's Monocle, and it's a 2-drop, 1 green, 1 light. Bestowed Resonator gains tap and produce any color, and then you can tap it to bestow it. So this card lets you say you have your Moonbreeze out here that no one can attack. You can bestow this, and now she can rest herself to play any color. So that way you don't get stuck. You have constant mana, and you're not running out of anything. You're having plenty of mana to do whatever you need to during the turn. Then we run 3 Faria's Summon. It's a 2-drop. It is a 1 green and 1 yellow or white, light, whatever you want to call it. It's a quick cast. It says, search your deck for a Resonator, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. And it says turret, recover up to 1 target magic stone. So this is going to help you search for things, basically anything you need to. It's basically a 1-drop after the turret. So you tap it, you can look for Messenger to help you find stones. You can tap for Moonbreeze so that you can just play a card this turn, whatever you need to. This card is going to help you out a lot, especially if you have a hand with no Resonators in it at all. This card is definitely very clutch, very, very handy. Then onto the main spell of the entire deck. This is going to be your win condition, okay? We'd run 4 Grusbalesta's Secret Technique. This is a 2-drop, 1 dark, 1 green. It's a quick cast, and it says target magic stone becomes a 1000/1000 Resonator with swiftness until end of turn. It's still a magic stone. So, with this card, we're going to partner it with Arla, take one of our magic stones, make it a 1000/1000 Resonator, okay? We're going to attack with that Resonator, that 1000/1000 Resonator. That only really cost 2, basically, because when Arla comes out, so you have 4 magic stones, Arla comes out, stands them, you play 2, or tap 2, rest 2, play this card, and you get your stone out here. So for 4 stones, 4 magic stones, you can win the game, basically. Unless they can somehow stop this with maybe a spell or something like that. If they can somehow stop this from happening, then you basically go to plan B. So you have your stone out here, you attack with it, 1000/1000. They either take it, block it, whatever, but because this card attacked, because this Resonator attacked, it can stand, because it's a magic stone. So Arla says when a Resonator attacks, stand a magic stone. So with this combination, with these 3 cards, you can win the game, because this is a continual attack until they can somehow stop it or stop you from doing it, because you're attacking with 1000/1000 continuously. So that's basically your win condition right there. That's a really good thing. I did not come up with that. I actually saw that on YouTube myself. I did not see this deck profile on YouTube. So this is definitely my original deck profile. But that strategy with those 3 cards, or technically 2 cards, is a thing. So props to whoever found that out. I don't know who it is, but props to them, because this is a brilliant idea. So let me play 1 Home of the Sages. So 2-drop, 1 green, 1 any color. It's an addition type of field card. You can tap it and produce any color, or you can tap it and for 2 costs you can banish the card and draw a card. So it's just a good card to keep you from being stalled. You don't really get stalled in this deck, but it's always good to have extra stones or mana, stuff like that. So then we run 2 Wind-Secluded Refuge. When this card is played, you draw a card, so it helps for draw power, and you can banish this card to stop spell or abilities. So this is going to protect you and kind of stall even longer if need be. And then the last card of the deck is Heavenly Instrument Hydromonica. This card is going to help you search your deck out for any card that you need for the cost of 2, and put it on the top of the deck. So say that you, for some reason, do not have that in your hand. You can search that out, put it on the top of your deck, and then you can play Wind or Tama or whoever to help you draw a card and get that card to your hand pretty fast. So yeah, that's it. This is our Arla's Tears deck. Arla's Tears. So now we're going to go over this deck a little bit more. So Arla. So I mean, basically we've gone over the deck already, but I have overview at the end of my deck profiles. So Arla, discard 4 stones is all you really need, and you win the game. Otherwise, you're gonna stall and get Alice out here and just start swinging with Alice, or just, you know, whatever you can figure out with Alice. Basically, you're gonna swing for 15-15, and not much is gonna block it. So yeah, that's basically the overview. I mean, get these 2 cards out here, have 4 magic stones, and you're set. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. If you're part of the Camyo Corps, definitely hit that like button down below. Show me some love. And if you're not a part of the Camyo Corps and would like to be, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, and you're automatically a part of the Camyo Corps. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Have a great day. Peace out.